And we'll get going, right. Okay, so we'll start how we normally start. Just like this. Okay, nice deep inhales, feet are out at 10 to 2, and we are pushing down through the heels. As we breathe in and expand our chest, we are pulling in our abdominal muscles and getting all those parts of the body activated. Reach over to the side. Again, breathing out as you go over, stretching out through the lats. We'll do one more of these, and then we'll free up a little bit easier now. So bend the knee and pull the abs in. A little bit smoother. On the other hand, going behind and lowering it down, but carrying on with the hands now, this time going in front and over to the side, and 2 and 1, and then shoulder height and pulling the abs in every time you're twisting round, taking that arm behind you. And Fraser has dominated that mega boom that I was telling you about. Going over to the side, right the way over. We're going to go to the knees, either side, 2 and 3 and 4. Now we go right the way down, bend the knee, over the top and down. 5, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, going down into the center, hands on the hips. Let's bend the knees. Let's go 5 and 4, 3. Pull your abs in, feet are out at 10 to 2, knees are going over the toes. Let's go down, bending in front, one leg. Stretch out the inner thighs here. Pull your abs in, keep your back nice and straight. Push your chest down towards the floor. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's go turn the feet forward, 1 foot forward. Let's hold that stretch there. All the weight onto the bent leg. Pull up the toe on the other one. Let's go down and do that together. So foot forward, that foot pointing over there. Turn the body to sort of face that toe that's going out over there. Feel the stretch a little bit more round into the hamstrings. Okay, let's go down, halfway down, straight legs this time. Let's go 4, really feel the hamstrings at the back of the legs, stretching out and start to activate these core muscles. Pull your tummy in as you go down. Inhale, inflate the chest as you breathe in, and exhale to go down. Let's stretch up the arms, go all the way down and hold it this time. Just hold it for 4, rounding out the back, down we go, holding, 2 and 1. Okay, let's go straight arms to straight legs. Let's hold it down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. Let's do the same on the other side. Nice and slow, abs pulled in, holding 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up again. Inhale, exhale, take it down, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and the last one here, 3, 2 and 1. Okay, let's turn the legs so that we're pointing down here. Point down with the heel, front leg bent, back leg straight. Let's just step it back 4 times, just to get everything sort of moving, those calf muscles stretching out a little bit. Okay, down it goes. We're going to bring the knee in and reach forward to twist over to it. Let's go 5 and back, 4, knee coming in, elbow goes over, 2. Okay, same leg. This time we twist towards it and back. Twist and back. We're doing 6 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then we're going to kick that leg. So kick it forward. 6, 5. Reach with the opposite hand. 4. Keep your back up nice and straight. 2 and 1. Okay, now we're going to go right the way down. So we're on our toe at the back. Stay on the toe at the back and we'll go down towards the floor. For 6, bend the front knee so that it stays over the ankle. Keep the back up nice and straight. 2 and 1. Okay. And a little pulse is there. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's bring that leg up and give it a stretch. Lift it up, heel into the glutes, shoulders are back. Good. Okay, take that same leg, bring it in, and we can give the ankle a little bit of a twizzle here. Try and keep the body upright if you can. Pop it down and we'll swap over legs. So we're just pushing that leg down to start with, and we are twisting the body towards the leg. So we've swapped over legs. So the elbow is going towards the knee, but the elbows stay down for the first 6. I nearly did it wrong there. And 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, now we twist and back. And 5 and 4. Twisting the opposite arm towards the knee that's lifting. 2. We take it to a kick. Reach out to a kick. 6, 5. Again, keep the back up nice and straight. Try and keep those hips pointing forward so the spine is almost immobile here. 2 and 1. Okay, we take that leg back now, so we're on the toe, and we bend the knee down towards the floor at the same time, bending the front knee so it stays over the ankle. And with 3 more here, pull your abs in as you go down and feel that stretch happening in the front of the quad. And hold it down and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's bring that back leg up now for a little stretch. Heel going into the glutes. A bit more wobbly on this leg. Left leg. That's it. Shoulders back. Push the hips forward. Knees pointing down. Legs are together. Thinking about our posture and how good we feel. Okay, let's take this leg in now, and we can give it a little bit of a rotation. Yeah. Shoulders back. Perfect. Okay, give it a little shake, and we'll go down into just a couple of squats here. Squats. Down we go, down, push down, and we're going to do 10 of these. Pull the abs in as you push down through the heels. Feet are parallel, and we're pulling tummy in. Try and keep the back up as well, nice and straight. 2 more. There's 1. And there's 2. Let's go side squat now. So to the side, down we go, back to the center. Other side, down and center. And 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, so we're going to take hold of our hand weights. You don't have to do this with hand weights because it's pretty tough. These are 2.5 kilos. So we're going to do a lunge back to start with. As we lunge back, we'll just keep the hands down by the side. So we lunge back with the one leg. We're going to tap our hands down towards the floor twice. So tap, come up, tap, come up. Then we're going to push up for 2. 1 and 2. And then we're going to have our arms forward to really contract your tummy. And we're going to lift the knee into the chest. 1, just tap down, and 2. And then we're going to go back with a tricep extension. Go back, hold it 1 and 2, and come up, and again 1 and 2. Take it back, 1 and 2. So we're going to do 4 of those in total. We're going to change to the other leg now. So lunge back onto the other leg. Tap down to the floor for 2. So you're on your toe at the back. Tap down, come up. Tap down, come up. Hands to the shoulders. Let's push up. 1 and 2. Let's take the hands out in front. Tighten up the core. You do a row, an upright row, and tap, and row, and tap. Feet together. Take the arms back into tricep extensions. Hold it 1 and 2 and come up. And again, take those arms back, parallel arms, squeeze those arms up. Feel the triceps doing the work. Let's change to the other leg again. Lunge back first of all, tap down to the floor near your heel. Keep your tummy tight as you do that. 1 and 2. Back to that start position, push up. Palms pointing forward, stretch the arms overhead. Let's take the hands out. We're prepared to do an upright row as we lift that knee in. Tap again, lift it in again. And our squats. Take it down, 1 and 2, and come up. And again, squat down, 1 and 2, and come up. And final time on the other side. Let's lunge back onto the toe, tap down, 1 and come up. Tap down, 2 and come up. Hands to the shoulders and push up. 1, tightening up the tummy as you do this. And 2, arms out in front. Feel those core muscles working. Bring it in, 1 and tap, 2. Feet together, take the arms back and squeeze, tricep extensions. 1 and 2 and come up. And the last one, take it down, 1 and 2. Okay, straight into a chest press with a knee lift. Squeeze it in. And let's go 10 and 9. Keep your back up nice and straight. And 8. Exhale to do the movement. Keep those elbows level with the shoulders. And 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to do a bent over run now. So bent legs, straight back legs. Squeeze it back. 10, 9. Keep your tummy nice and tight and your back and neck in line. Pulling that navel through to the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, overhead. Tricep extensions. Knees are bent. Elbows close into the head. Extend them up above the head. We're doing 10. No bending of the neck. Keep looking forward. Maintain that space between the chin and the chest. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Okay, single arms. Take them into a nice circle. Alternate arms. Take it right the way round. Keep the hips facing forward, but keep the do a rotation in the body. There's 5 and 6. Let's reverse that now. So take it back and round like you're doing the front crawl. And again, try and keep the hips as facing forward as you can, but a big shoulder rotation, taking that whole shoulder girdle in there. That's 5, 6. Let's go for an upright row. Lead with the elbows. Pull those hands right under the chin. You're leaning slightly forward. And as you take the elbows into the air, tighten up your tummy muscles as well. And 3. And 3 more. 3. And breathing out to do the movement. 2. Really leading with those elbows. And 1. Okay. And the dumb waiter. Elbows into the waist. Squeeze it back as far as you can and back in. Remember, this is for the rotator cuffs. It's really, you need to really hold that. If you do have a muscle anywhere in the body that is tight, the best way to stretch it is to use your own strength to hold it for 2 seconds and repeat the exercise. So that's the best way to do it. Okay, let's leave those weights now. We'll get a quick drink and we'll go down on the floor and start our abdominals. Okay. All right. So we're starting off with roll downs, as we do a lot of the time. Feet hip width apart. We're going to take the hands up into the air and we're going to go down, leaving the hands in the air as much as possible, curve out the back, and when we're down there, just take that time to stretch the arms around. As you're inhaling, inflating the chest, and then as you exhale, come right forward. And again, sit up, just hold that for a second in that upright position, and then curve out the back, rolling everything down, relaxing your neck and shoulders, As the arms go down, you're taking them around the side, inflate the chest, and exhale as you come up. And again, we're going to do 2 more. Stretch up as much as you can, curve out the arms, the back, as you go down, circle around, relax the neck and shoulders before coming right back up to the start position. Here's the last one now. Lift it up all the way down to the floor, circle the arms and come up. Okay, we're going back halfway. Hold on to the back of the legs. Let's do tippy toes on the floor and keep these shoulders away from the ears. And we're just going to extend the legs as much as you can. Hold 1, 2, and back. And we're going to do 10 of these. So you're trying to keep these shoulders down, away from the ears, and we're trying to extend the legs out. Nice, softly pointed toes. See if you can lock out the knees. Okay, as you do this, and try to hold for a second and then drop it. Let's do 2 more. Hold for a second and drop. You're trying to get down to our lower abs. Let's go forward to take a little rest. Okay, so as we're going to open the leg from the knee, as we take 2 hands from this position down to the side. Back to that position, start position. Let's go the other way. 9. Start position, other way. 8. Start position, 7. If you can, look down at where your hands are going. It's really going to help you get that shoulder behind and really make those hips stay where they are so the core is doing all the work. 3, and back. 3, 2, and back. Don't try and rush it. 1, and back. Okay, come forward. So you'll feel this all around this area. Okay, so we're going to leave our feet on the floor, knees together, feet together on the floor. And we're going to take the hands to the chest and we twist. Elbow going behind you. So we get more, a little bit higher up here into the chest. And we pull the one hand with the other hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to hold on to the knees and roll it down as slow as you possibly can, all the way down to the floor. Relax when we're down here. Let's take hold of one leg, pull it in, the head can stay down, the shoulders back, the other leg just extended and just off the floor. Let's swap over legs, push the back down onto the ground so you get a nice stretch and get those shoulders down as well onto the ground. Push, push, push. Okay, let's come up and do single leg extensions. So swapping over 6 times. The body is up here. 5. Pull the knee into the chest. Get the body higher if you can as you're pulling that leg in. Here's the last one. Coming up and then back into tabletop. Let's lower the legs and lower the arms overhead. Okay, we're going to crunch into a small ball here. Now, before we crunch, we need to inflate the chest. We need to press the back into the mat to prepare, and then we lift the feet off the floor. We do not push off the floor with the feet. If you're pushing up, imagine there's clay on the floor, and you do not push off the floor with your feet. You lift them off the ground by engaging your core muscles before you do the movement. Breathe out to do the movement. Inhale here, and exhale. Pull your abs in. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze in and over. Okay, hold it here, hands behind the head, and we're going to lift up and extend one leg. Elbows going to the inside of the knee, and then back to this start position. Over we go, back to the start position. Outstretched leg is just about 10 inches from the floor. Hold it for 2 seconds. And then back down. Make sure those hips don't rock and roll over the floor. Keep them glued down. It's just the arms, legs and head that's doing the movement. Here's the last one coming up. Okay, nice. Now we're going to extend the legs into the air and flex the heels. So this is our start position. Let's extend the legs at the same time. Let's try and crunch and flex. And down. We're doing 6 of these. Extend the legs. Flex the heels. Crunching at the same time. And again, extend those legs. And then pulling the hamstrings. We'll be pulling on your pelvis. Saying, no, don't stretch. Come back, come back. But you're saying, no, you're doing it. You're doing it. And your abs are going, yeah, I'm stronger than you, hamstrings. And there's a little bit of a race going on. Here's the last one. Okay, take the hands down by the side. We'll give our neck a little bit of a rest here. And we're just going to lift off the floor, back to the center, and back away from you a little bit. Center, lift, center, away. Center, you just stop a tiny bit in the center, whatever your center is. Now, if you've got really tight hamstrings, you need to might bend your knees a little bit, but that's fine. But you've got to come back to that center bit before trying to lift off the floor. Even if you have to do a movement that feels a little bit jerky, you just try and make it smooth if you can. And here's the last one. Okay, so bent legs here, little bit. You can keep them straight if you want, but a little bit bent. Stretch down towards the floor and back up. And stretch it down and back up. Keep the outside of the elbows, down, the shoulders down onto the ground. Press down. 8, 7, alternating legs. Keep the back on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, if you thought that was difficult, we're now going to do it as we crunch over towards. So one elbow is going to stay on the floor. One elbow is going to lift. The leg is going to go straight to the floor, and the one leg is up, and we're going straight over to the other side. So we're going 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep your back flat on the floor. If you feel your back coming off the floor at all, then you need to pull that knee in a little bit more. 5, 4, 3. One elbow on the floor, just going from side to side. 2 and 1. Okay, knees into the chest. We deserve a little bit of a break here. Let's go into a nice hip roll here. Elbows, keep calling the shoulders the elbows. Shoulders, stay them down on the ground. And legs going over to one side. Let's take an inhale, tighten up the core. Over to the other side. Hold it, hold it. Shoulders down. We'll do one more on each side, lifting, keeping the knees close into the body. So we can keeping the shoulders down onto the ground as much as possible. And then again, one more time, stretching over, the head going in the opposite direction to the legs so that you do get a stretch in there. Okay, back into the center. We're going to have the arms, the hands low now, and we're going to crisscross it into some Kenny Everett. Cross over the legs, tap down. So if you can get your tap slightly above your hand, if you can. Keep the fingers spread onto the ground. 4 and 3 and 2. Head staying still. And 1. Okay. And the legs are coming up into the air. And we're going to circle those legs. So hands now down by the side. Fingertips straight. We're doing like butterfly wings in the air. And you can lift your tailbone off the ground as you're doing these circular butterfly wings. And there's 4 and 3. We're going to go in the opposite direction here. 2 and 1. Get the legs as straight as you can. Let's reverse it now. 8 and 7. You can go as big as you want with these butterfly wings. Go right down to the floor if you feel that you can, or you can make them small. Whichever one you decide to do, whichever, but don't try and rush it. There's 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, down we go. Feet are now hip width apart onto the ground, and we're coming up to make it a bridge. Squeezing our glutes, holding that position, making our bridge so that our navel is through to the spine. And just holding it there, feet are hip width apart and the feet firmly down on the ground, and you're on your shoulders here. We're going to tap down 10 times, tap to the floor, tap and squeeze up. And when I say squeeze up, I mean squeeze the glutes, tighten up the pelvic floors every time you come up into that bridge position. And let's go 6, tap and 5, tap and 4, squeezing every time, 3, 2, okay, hold it again, 5 more seconds, hold here, and we're going to squeeze those open knees together and then open them back to that position, squeeze, open back to that position, squeeze. Now you're squeezing, as you squeeze your thighs, you're also squeezing your pelvic floors, you're also getting right down to those lower abs as well, right down to the baby ones, right at the bottom. Let's go 1, 2, keep your bridge up, don't let it drop down, 3, hold them squeeze together, you feel it in your glutes yet. Let's tap down, 10, squeeze it back up as high as you can, 9, squeeze back up as high as you can, 8, and squeeze it up, 7, squeeze it up, 6, and 5, and 4, keep those knees tight, 3, 2, 1, and together, open the knees, let's go down through the back and pull the knees into the chest to stretch out those glutes. Oh, that does feel good. Okay, put one leg on the other, and we're going to tap this outside foot, tap that down towards the end of the mat, squeeze it in, tap it, squeeze it in. You might be tapping your heel down on the ground, and then lift as you bring that leg in, tap it out nice and slow. 8, and it's also stretching out the glutes. 9 and 10. Let's swap over for some more of that on the other side. Pull it in to start with so you can gauge how far you can bring it in, and then tap it out. 10 and 9 and 8. That's it. Keep the back as flat as you can down on the ground and the outside of the shoulders. Don't let those crunch in. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, legs into tabletop, hands behind the head. Let's get the elbow to the outside of the knee and tap and down, and again to the other side. Tap and down, and again tap, alternating here. Last one here. Okay, now we go over to the one side and we're going to swap over 8 times. So swap it 8, swap it 7, gently down on the floor with the foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs into tabletop. Let's take the leg, bent leg down to the floor. Tap and back down to the start. Tap, back down to the start. Tap, back down to the start. One more of these, and then we're going to swap it over 8 times. So tap it down and swap. 8, 7, keep the hips glued. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, from this position, let's take the leg out at 45 degrees. Let's go 4 and back to the floor. 3 and back to the floor. 2 and back, and 1 and back. Okay, we're swapping without going down. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and back to the center. Lower the legs and lower the head. Let's have outstretched arms and one outstretched leg. We'll lift up that leg, lift up the hands, take the hands over, let the hands lift up the head as well. Flex and hold it. 3, 2, 1, and back down nice and gently to the start. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, up, nice and gently, lift it, hold it, flex it, drop the shoulders, and down nice and gently. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, lift, hold, flex, hold, down to the floor. Last one. Inhale, exhale, lift, hold, flex, hold, dropping the shoulders, and back down to the start. Let's swap over legs. See if we can do that without swapping over, not without swapping over. Lift, flex, hold, and down to the floor. 3 more. Inhale. Get those muscles stretching out. Push the hands down towards the floor. Get those hamstrings stretching and struggling against the abs to lift up that body. And flex and hold and back down to the start. Here's the last one now. Lift it up and hold, flex and hold, and back down to the start. Let's pull the knees into the chest and we'll roll up back to the start position. Let's go into some wide legs here. We'll take a nice deep inhale and we'll exhale and we'll go down in front, stretching out our inner thighs, and just hold that position there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to bring the one leg in to the chest and stretch down the one side of the body. Stretch down towards the ankle. Hold it. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Let's swap to the other side. See if we can do it without touching the floor. Yeah, I'm trying to think without what? Yeah, without touching the floor. Hold it down. Let's stretch out those hips. Stretch out the hip flexors. The deep 6 hip flexors. Okay, let's bring the feet in together and we'll pull that in. We'll pull the chest towards the feet and hold that there. Well, sitting up nice and upright with the chest back, and pull the chest down towards the feet. Okay, we're going onto our sides. We're going into some side jacks. So you want to be down almost onto the floor, but on your glute on this side. This arm is going to be down, the other arm behind the head, and we'll lift and lower the legs nice and gently. 7, and lift them. 6, lowering nice and slowly. 5, and smile when you're doing it. And 4, that's it, keep the top half of the body still. 3, and down. 2, come on, you can do this. And the last one. Brilliant. Okay, let's swap sides over. Before we swap the sides, we'll just have a nice little stretch over to that side so that we are stretching out where we've worked here before doing the same on the other side. So elbow down directly under the shoulder, and the body is at an angle, so we're mostly on the glute at the bottom. Hand behind the head, and we start lifting those legs in a really controlled fashion, using our obliques, our transverse abdominis, and our rectus abdominis. Lift and lower slowly. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Don't try and rush these. Okay, this is where we want to stretch out. So kick the legs round to the other side, bend them over, and reach over to the side. It feels good when doing this. Good stuff. Okay, let's go again into the wide leg position and reach and reach. And 4 and 3. Try and keep those legs nice and straight down on the ground. And 1. Back into the center and hold that there. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Okay, so we're going to finish up with some back extensions. So lying on the floor. I know you all hate these, but they're really good for you. Okay, so lift up. We'll just do a couple of these, just 4 of these, tapping. It's almost like you're swimming, just for a little stretch out and getting that spine used to being in the prone position. Okay, and then we're going to lift the 2 hands together like we are doing a swan dive. Lift, squeeze those elbows into the waist. No jerky movements here, just a nice, you might only be able to lift your nose an inch from the mat. Don't worry if that's all you can do. Let's do 2 more. 1 and down. Control these movements. Okay, so 1 arm up, 1 leg lifts. Let's swap it over. 9, opposite arm and opposite leg. Keep the tummy pulled in like there's a robin's egg underneath your belly button. And 5, 4, changing and lowering slowly, arms and legs. 2 and 1. Now we lift everything together, lift and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We do it 2 more times. We've only got a minute left, or less than a minute left. 3, 2, 1, and down we go. Last one here. Lift and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. Okay, hands to the shoulders. Let's lift up, push back into child's pose. Hands are away. Thank you for joining me. Well done for this. Another fantastic Pilates session. Curl the toes under. Let's go into deep V. Tuck the head under.